It's September, so the summer's about to wrap up here in the States, but before we close out the season, I just want to go through a couple of recent pickups that not only made my summer a little bit more stylish, but also comfortable as well. So let's go through them from the bottom up. So I didn't think I was the type of person that would wear mules at all, but I started paying attention to them when they started trending this past year. I didn't want to splurge right away on a pair of Birkenstocks because I wanted to figure out first if it would be something that would vibe with for my style. But Memorial Day sales were coming along, so I figured that was the best time to pick up a pair at an affordable price. So the first pair that I picked up were from Aldo's, and these are basically their more affordable rip-off version of the Birkenstock Bostons. And believe it or not, they're very, very comfortable. I got them for about $40, so fairly affordable, and I got a lot of use out of them. These really pair well with the Uniqlo women's drapey wide flared jeans. I don't know why, but I just love that combo together, and I've been doing it for the past few months. Obviously, these are not made as well as the Birkenstocks, but they're basically my gateway into thinking that, wow, I really like wearing mules, especially during the summer season. So after being introduced to wearing mules by the Aldo pairs, I figured I want to get some that's a little bit more dressier. And that's what led me into finding the Le Maire mules. Unfortunately, they're $700 and I'm not quite ready to plunk that much cash for a pair. I did, however, find these ones from H&M. These are essentially the same design as the Le Maire mules. They're basically the rip-offs. But instead of being made out of genuine leather, these are made out of polyurethane. And although they're very comfortable when you're just standing, they start to hurt when you start walking in them for a while. Every time I take a step, this area right here puts pressure on my foot, and I believe maybe that's because it's made out of polyurethane instead of genuine leather. They look great and they are very comfortable, again, when you're just standing, but I wanted to have a better pair. These made me realize that I do like the idea of having a dressier pair of mules in my rotation, but I needed to find something that was better quality, made with better materials, would look good for my personal style, and won't burn a hole through my pockets. And that's what led me to these. These are the Saba Babas. They sport a traditional kind of like Turkish sandal design, so they might not be for everyone. Some people tease they kind of look like Aladdin's shoe, but that's okay. I'll still rock them. But these are made out of vegetable tanned leather, handcrafted in El Paso, Texas. So you get them kind of like these in veg tan leather, which is basically this kind of leather. This is kind of like what you would buy from a leather store if you want to buy like veg tan leather for projects and stuff. This is basically a veg tan leather that I use for making various things, and one of them is this card holder wallet. This is the card holder that I made that I've had for a few years now and basically developed this patina. They start off like this, and then over the years they turn to something like this color and all this patina. So that's what these are made out of. They also come with a leather sole that's been Blake stitched, so even though you could resole these a couple of times, they won't be as resolable as something that has a Goodyear welt. But yeah, I've been using these a lot lately, and I can't wait till they develop that really rich, deep brown patina. Quick sidebar, I should have gotten a hint that I would love wearing mules because this is how I wear my pair of camper shoes. Like this. You're supposed to wear them like this, but I've been wearing them like this around the house. I've had these for about 5 or 6 years and they are basically indestructible. So if you dig this style of shoes, check out Camper. Another kind of footwear that I've been rocking a lot lately are Fisherman sandals. Yes, they've been trending a lot lately, especially this past few months, even though I think they're on their way out. I still picked up a pair that's at the same time as I picked up the pair of Aldo mules. But these are the ones from Aldo's. They're great, they're very, very comfortable, but I know they're not gonna last long. So that's when these popped up. Now these are from J. Crew and they're made significantly better than the pair of Aldos. I also like the fact that they come in brown, just to kind of like have a different color to rotate between the Aldo pair as well. But I love the fact that these are a lot dressier looking. Love the fact that they have leather soles as well that I could probably resole a couple of times. The only thing is that at least on the right hand side, my big toe seems to poke out on this specific one. I read a couple of reviews from their website saying that there might be a quality control issue with these, and I guess that's why they're kind of like phasing them out. They're only selling the last few pairs that they have. But other than the big toe issue that I have here, they've been great and quality footwear. Yeah, for the price that I picked them up, they were a no-brainer. Now let's move a little up into pants or trouser territory. Now these are the 1993 501 in Salvage denim. Now I've had 501s before, especially when I was younger, but these are the first pair that I have in a while. I feel like I needed to add kind of like that classic silhouette back into my roster of pants, and these are the classic of the classicest. These look great with whatever kind of footwear that I pair them with. Could be my Iron Rangers, my Doc Martens, my Jodhpur boots from Thursday Boots, or it could be a pair of loafers. They just have that classic look to them. And while I do love the detail that you get when you do cuff the pants, especially with these being Salvage, what I like more is just this classic silhouette that the 501s have. Now, going back to the Jodhpur boots, or if you're wearing Western style boots, I feel like they're better off if you uncuff the pants. Now, you're gonna say that isn't it part of kind of like wearing Salvage denim is to show off the Salvage detail when you cuff the pants? Well, if you are going to wear Western style boots or Jodhpur boots for the most part, I think you're better off just hemming the pants and be done with it. Really love these pair. I'm looking forward to spending more time with them and have them break in and really mold into my shape. But yeah, classic. Now let's look at the Uniqlo women's smart wide pants. So mouthful, but these are basically the replacement that they had for the pleated wide pants for the women's as well. Now, I've always wanted a pair of black dress pants because I didn't have any in my roster, but my fear was looking more like a restaurant server rather than somebody trying to be stylish. But because these have a wider silhouette, it tends to make you more the stylish side rather than like the restaurant server vibe. Not that there's anything wrong with serving at a restaurant, but that is not the vibe that I'm going for. Obviously, you probably shouldn't be carrying like a, pen and paper with these looking like you're ready to take anybody's order. But these are very comfortable. They're very light fabric. So even the black pair that I have are still very comfortable to wear during the summertime, and I've been wearing them a lot. I picked these up first in black. Really love them and how they just look overall for me, that I picked up a light gray pair as well. Actually, I think I'm gonna go to the store and pick up the dark green. I'm not quite liking the lighter colors when it comes to like the browns that they have. So gonna stay away from those. Quick comparison here, the light gray pants are the smart wide pants, while the darker gray is the older pleated wide pants, both from the women's section. So as you can see, the smart wide pants are wider than the pleated wide pants. So I think I mentioned this before, but I tend to gravitate towards wider cuts in terms of pants because I do have a wider upper body. I feel like it's a better contrast when you have a wider upper body to sport wider cut pants. So that's why I do have quite a few pair of wide pants in my rotation. That's my reasoning anyway, so yours might be different. You do lose a couple of the things that they had from the pleated wide pants. You lose the pleats, so you don't have pleats anymore. And I wish that these smart wide pants also came in a checked or a dark navy kind of colorway. Unfortunately, they only come in like the dark green color, which I still might pick up, but I'm not quite vibing with the two brown colorways that they have. So like I said in the other video, even though these are labeled as women's pants, they're technically unisex. So if you're concerned about that type of stuff, they're unisex. So just get them. If you like them, wear them. Now, last but not the least, we move further up into the knitted and crocheted shirts. Now, these are perfect during the summertime. They're perfect for warm and hot weather. They're great for layering on top of tank tops. If you don't want to go out there kind of just like raw dogging it, showing off your guns and your muscles. But yeah, I picked up a few that I've been rocking this past few months. This is from Banana Republic. This is from Hollister. And this is from Lucky Brand. Now, I think this one from Lucky Brand, technically they classify as a sweater, but I think it's a shirt. So, but as I said, I think the fact that they provide airflow while still allowing you to layer up, especially during the warm summer months, is what makes them great. So check a few out. Maybe you'll like to incorporate them into your style. So yeah, those are my most recent summertime pickups. Maybe something here has sparked your interest, maybe something that you can incorporate into your own style. But if you found this video valuable, please do leave it a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.